Good morning, everyone. This is Gary Kay, and you're watching my Daily Rants and Raves today. And we've got a very special Daily Rants and Rave. I'm totally excited about this. We're joined by Nancy Knowlton, and you may have heard a podcast with her earlier in the week. Nancy is the founder and CEO of a company called Nureva, and you can check them out at nureva.com. And Nancy, first of all, good morning.
Good morning, Gary.
And it's early there. I mean, you're 3 hours ahead of us, so it's still dark where you are. But Nancy's Nureva is going to make their European EMEA debut at ISE, and we were talking on the podcast earlier in the week. And since that's only audio, I didn't feel like that people would really get the understanding of how important SPAN is, because it's not just a new product, it's a new way of doing work. It's a new workflow for both schools and for businesses. And I asked Nancy if she'd be willing to do a demo live on our Daily Rants and Raves today, and she's been willing to come in early this morning, and that's exactly what you're going to do, right, Nancy?
Absolutely, and I'm joined by my colleague Rick Kennedy here, so I'm the talking head, and Rick's actually going to be doing the heavy lifting.
Well, that's great. I appreciate it. So Nureva is going to make their European debut next month at ISE in Amsterdam, and they're going to be in Hall 9, stand number 9B120, or just go to Hall 9B120. And so tell them a little bit about what SPAN. I mean, it's kind of obvious what SPAN is, but may not be obvious how it works and some of the intricacies of it.
Yeah, SPAN is really a combination of a big shared wall display, and you can see that Rick is covering a very large expanse behind me, and the combination with personal devices, whether that's a tablet, whether it's a computer, or even your phone. So groups of people, either in business or education, get together. They contemplate a subject, they think about it, they create some input, and just like you would with sticky notes, write down ideas and then place them up on the wall. We can do that electronically through the combination of those personal devices and our SPAN application that's running in the cloud.
Right, and so for those who are sort of traditional AVers are going to want to know how this is done. And the way it's done is you've got two projectors mounted on the ceiling there in this particular case, and that creates a touch surface because of the design of each projector projects a 16 by 6 aspect ratio image, and so putting two together you get a 32 by 6 aspect ratio image. So you can do walls as wide as 20 feet and 40 feet. And what it does is it turns that surface, that projected surface, into an interactive surface by allowing you to interact with laptops, tablets, and phones and easily with the surface. And multiple people can do it simultaneously. So you could have this system set up in offices all around the world, and you could literally be collaborating on a document that's life-size.
Absolutely. It's pretty rare today that teams are totally co-located. You'll always have one or several team members that are at a distance. And so just by logging in to the shared canvas, people are collaborating within the same space. So they see the work that their colleagues are sharing. They can place their sticky notes, their pictures, their drawings directly onto that canvas. So it makes for a very productive way of working.
And the secret sauce is really the software. I mean, it's the hardware is one piece, and all of us understand. Hey, you connect it with an HDMI cable, and you project it, and you're getting, you're using LCD projectors. People understand, our DLP projectors. People understand that. But the really secret sauce is actually the software, and that's what we're actually watching in the background with Rick.
Yeah, absolutely. The virtual canvas that Rick is working with is actually 40 feet wide, so he can move that canvas along and expose other pieces of content that are on that shared canvas. And with the two projector system that we have here in our Customer Experience Center, we're showing 20 of those 40 feet of available workspace.
And Rick, would you mind moving to your right just a little bit so they could see the second projector? That to your right. Yep, your right. Sorry. Back up just slightly. There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
See if we can get the camera to move. Maybe he needs to back up just slightly more. There you go. There
There
you
we
go.
go.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
now,
perfect.
so now you can see the two projector system. So Nancy, when he does this, if you have a system, the span, it's called span. If you have a span system at your remote location, are they seeing exactly the same thing that he's seeing?
They're seeing exactly the same thing. They're working collaboratively, real time, in that same virtual canvas.
So this is literally a great example of the merging of AV and IT, because obviously to do that you're having to connect to the internet, the cloud, whatever you want to call it, and those systems are communicating directly together across a data network, and then you got the video part, the AV part with the hardware.
That's right. And while you could have identical systems at each of the connected locations, it's also possible for an individual contributor who's in a home office or on the road to join into the conference as well.
Yeah, so and I'm going to get Rick to. Yeah, you go. You're back in frame now. You were kind of your head was partially cut off, so I want to move you back into frame.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I know that you're going to ISE specifically to look for distributors and dealers around the EMEA region. So they should definitely stop by your stand, Hall 9 B120, because you actually want to sign people up. You want people to get qualified, because it's not a product you just it's not it's sort of plug and play, but you have to qualify for this. You have to know what you're doing, and so that's one objective. But another objective is to show how simple it is and how seamless it is to actually set the system up.
And to actually operate it as well. I think there's a level of detail here that takes away a lot of the complexity that I think befuddles a lot of people when you talk about collaboration with remote colleagues, or connecting into the cloud. We've worked really, really hard to make that simple. I will say as well that a number of resellers aren't waiting for ISE to reach out to us, and we do have a number of meetings already established with prospective distributors for a variety of locations across Europe. We will be making a pretty significant announcement about a distributor who's going to be picking up our product in a key geography in Europe, and we should make that right at the start of this coming week. So things are starting to happen, and we still have lots of territory to cover with quality distributors.
So they can contact you now. Go ahead and set up meetings. Go to Nureva.com. We'll put the link on the bottom of this podcast so that you can actually go directly to the site and actually get in touch with you, Nancy, so that they can set up an appointment. So this product, one last thing I want to make sure we cover. You've got two targets and two slightly different product offerings for education. So, the obvious application in education is clear, and in the corporate space. So are you looking for integrators and dealers that can do both? Are you looking at separating those distribution and dealer channels, or how's that going to work?
Well, what we are thinking is that the right type of distributor would be able to handle both markets. And,
Okay.
these are early stage market makers, people who are very channel focused, who will recruit and support dealers or resellers who target both of those market niches.
Okay, good. Well, that's good to know. So, did I leave anything off? I'm trying to think if I forgot anything that we should cover, because so you got the two projectors. This is a two projector system. You can do one projector system. Actually, if you look, for those of you who are looking, if you look below the projectors, you can see the little module. I'm not sure what you officially call that allows to turns the wall into a touch surface.
Yeah, it's a module.
It's a what module?
Yeah. Touch module.
Oh, okay.
You were there. You had it.
And you can see the projectors there, and you can see they're short throw projectors. I don't know how they look like. They're maybe a foot and a half off the wall. And actually, you sell the screen surface as well. I mean, they don't have to use your screen surface, but you sell that.
Yeah, it's optimized and it's cut to the right size and shape, and so it's just a nicely integrated package that makes it easy for resellers to do their installations.
Well, this has been a great demo. This is going to make a great visual for people to really understand what you're doing. I appreciate you joining me this morning, especially since you had to come in at like 5 o'clock in the morning your time to get this done. So I greatly appreciate it. Rick, thank you back there. I'm not sure if he can hear me or not, but thanks. I appreciate you doing that back there.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I hope this demo has been helpful for you. Again, they're in Hall 9, stand B120. Check them out at Nureva.com. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you with a lot more stuff between now and ISE, and you can check it all out at ravepubs.com.